Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over some preventative maintenance and operational things for your April air humidifier. With us today is a 600 model automatic humidifier. Automatic means the controller that comes with this device has automatic capabilities for outdoor air temperature as well as humidity set points, and we'll go through that in a few minutes. First thing we're going to do is go through changing out the water panel, which is something that should be done annually in most cases, and in some cases, depending on your water and what it's like, you might have to do it a couple of times a heating season. So the first thing that you're going to do, if you notice on the humidifier, there's a little toggle right here, which is an inside damper that is got summer and winter positions. If the tape wasn't there, you could see winter there, which is on, summer, which is closed. That needs to be closed and in the summer position in order to remove the water panel, because it'll be in your way if you don't. So you shut that off, and then you want to kill the power to your system. So in most cases it'll be a light switch or something of that nature. You want to kill the power so that everything is in a safe mode for you doing your maintenance. If you look at the humidifier, then there's some tabs on the bottom and there's a like tab on the top. You'll push that and the cover will just snap right off of there. Generally come right off the top one, but there's a tab just like that up top as well that you push. And this cover, you just put that down. Then because the damper is closed, you'll have a water line here that comes from your water solenoid that just pulls right out and kind of goes out of the way. Grab a hold of the tab, there's a little circle here, just pull towards you and this device will come out. Now you see all the white debris that's falling off. That's the scale and debris that's built up from the operation. So if you look at the pad, this pad has got enough debris on it at this point where it's going to start to suffer the operational characteristics, so we want to change it. So I'm going to take this over to the sink. And this, you'll see that there's a material here on the top of this pad. You want to leave that intact. You don't want to scrape that off and clean it. You obviously want to remove as much of the scale as you can when you wash it, but you want to leave that material intact. That helps distribute the water throughout the tray so it evenly flows through the pad. So then you'll have some tabs on the side. Just easily pull that off. If you tip this out, there goes your old pad. You'll see you'll have some debris in there, so it's a good idea to wash that up. And you'll see there's even more here of the debris, and it starts to break down and get soft, so you'll want to change that out at least annually. Okay, now that we've cleaned out the plastic components that house the water panel, we're going to get the new water panel out. One thing I want to show you is that you want to use a genuine April Air water panel in your April Air humidifier. There's a couple of reasons for it. One is that April Air designed this water panel to have a certain amount of water flow and efficiency attributed to your system. So if you buy some of the aftermarket ones, some of them are made out of sponges, some of them are made out of different materials. They're not going to use the same amount of water for the same amount of performance, so you're only going to get the performance out of your humidifier if you use a genuine pad. Now if you look at the pad, it's white like the other one, but it no longer has any debris on it, obviously. And as you look at the pad, you're going to find a dot. Sometimes they're different colors, things of that nature, but the dot will always go upwards for the proper flow of water through the humidifier. So we'll take our scale guard, we'll drop it in there, dot up, then we will snap the top back in, and then we're ready to go ahead and put it back into the humidifier. So one of the things that I like to pay attention to when I'm putting it back in is you do have your drain line here. It's really important that you get the drain spud and the drain line to match up so you get the water flow through the humidifier properly so it doesn't leak on you. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the drain hole in and match them up, and then drive the pad home. You'll hear a click, then you know you have it in properly. If you don't get that click, something's not quite right. Take it out, try it again. Then you just simply take the water line and plug it right back in that hole. It'll go all the way in just like that. She's put back together that way. Then we'll grab our cover. What I like to do is put it on the top clip first, seat it, and then just snap it in. The next thing that we'll do is go ahead and turn our damper back on so we have the proper airflow through the system. Okay. The next thing that we'll do is reinstall the power. So my humidifier is controlled by one of my thermostats in my house, but most of you guys are going to have a humidistat such as this. And so one of the things that you'll notice a lot of times, this change water panel light will be flashing at you because it's an internal timer in the humidistat that is put in there by Aprilaire, and there's a setting in there, and your heating contractor can adjust that setting if the light is coming on too soon, but it's telling you to check your water panel. And they've set it according to averages of what most water systems will be like, but it's not right for everybody. So you certainly can ask your heating contractor to adjust the timing of that light for you, or turn it off for that matter. But in order to reset that light, it's a pretty simple process. Once you restore power, you're going to turn it all the way to test for about 30 seconds. And then after that, you're going to turn it all the way off for 30 seconds. And when you do that simple action and turn it back on, the light and timer will be all reset. Okay? So the next question a lot of people ask is, what is the right setting for my humidifier? Well, again, this has automatic control package on it, which means it has an outdoor sensor, so it knows the temperature outside. And it also has the sensor inside telling it what the humidity level is in your home. So it automatically will change as the outdoor weather changes. But the right answer to that is different for every day, but the average set point for humidity in a home for the winter time is going to be 35%. That's going to cover most of your weather patterns and things of that nature, but you'll want less when it's colder, more when it's warmer. Ideally, we as humans would want about 50% in our homes, but unfortunately in Minnesota here, that would be way too much humidity for our homes, and we would cause all kinds of construction problems with our homes if we ran that high. So 35% is going to be the right amount of humidity for about 30 degrees outside, and we're going to range mostly in between the 20 and 30 degrees is going to cover most of the winter, so that's a good set point. However, with this one, that's going to be right around the setting of 5 on this humidistat. Again, when it gets really sub-zero, it will no longer regulate to 35%. It'll probably go down to 15% or something of that nature, but that is what you would expect and want when you're trying to properly regulate it for the cold weather outside. So that wraps it up. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.